Check, check, check. Okay. I think right now we're good. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Let me see on my end. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Let me see on my end. Yeah. We should be okay right now because I can hear myself. But maybe it's on your end. Maybe you can turn the volume up because I do have the sound on currently. But karibuni sana once again. Like I'm saying, we shall be talking about okay, yes, we shall be talking about the M23 rebel who apparently or allegedly have met with our Kenyan president, and they're supposed to be launching their mission in the 254. And the question literally is are they, is it that the US now is literally funding all this? Because we've been talking about the mineral resources that actually, when it comes to our national parks, where the white people put up these names, knowing, of course, the mineral resources that they would come years later to extract, which we've seen, of course, the effect of it. I was talking about the Savo National Park, I think some time back last year, and we saw literally there is some airstrips that have been literally built over there or created over there, and the places are really totally safeguarded. This is by the wildlife services, which of course when questioned they didn't even give us clear details about the Savo National Park and why it's been illegally mined. So when you talk about the M23 rebel and meeting with the Kenyan president, I have a video I'll be sharing on that because this is coming from one of our senators. And of course, where they smoke there's fire. I don't take words lightly. Personally, I don't take anything that someone says very lightly. Where they smoke there's fire, meaning there's something that literally is supposed to happen and you know it, and you've seen it happening. So I'll be sharing that particular video, which comes from our senator, one of the senators right here, on a very heated debate on the parliament, as he was literally giving us this information. But shout out to UK Williams, hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for letting me know about the sound. I would have gone probably here for 2 hours without realizing my sound is not on, but thank you so much. Along that, we shall discuss about literally I have a video of Dr. Arikana who's discussing about these USAID funds and how, of course, she supports Trump for getting rid of this. I'll be sharing on that. And tomorrow we have an amazing place to be. Tomorrow we shall be literally in the panel of Pan-Africanists talking about in the likes of Dr. Arikana, Professor Lumumba, Dr. Mombi. So tomorrow we shall be live literally from a different region. And of course, send you guys the details of everything that shall be taking place over there. So honored to be literally be in such a place. I can't wait to meet someone like literally, I'd say Dr. Mombi to be specific. Dr. Arikana, if she's going to be physically there. Dr. Tata, I think also is supposed to be there. But yes, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow we shall not be in the studio. But as we continue along that, we shall also share a video coming from the DRC minister who is actually talking about how Rwanda is getting successful. But is it Rwanda or is it Kagame? That is basically what we shall be talking about. So karibuni sana once again. I started with that amazing jam. That is a major TBT, actually, one of our major TBTs right here in the 254. But I'm going to play one more. This is coming from Naziz. Her name is Naziz. And I hope you guys get to enjoy this. And coming back, of course, karibuni sana once again. That is Waire. He's such an amazing artist right here in the 254. Literally been doing, I'd say, dancehall music, featuring Aziz, such a legend. She lost a son that was last year. Who drowned on a pool. We send condolences, peace to the family. It's crazy when you lose literally your only child. Literally, it's super crazy because I don't know if really that gives you the strength to even want to have a child again. For majority of the people I've seen, like they don't really even know how to move forward from that. But as we get started, my quote of the day today, I'm trying to look for something revolutionary, something very positive. Okay, so let me see this one. This one talks about power. It says power doesn't have to show off. Power is confidence, self-assurance, self-starting, and self-stopping, self-warming, self-justifying. When you have it, you know it. And literally, when it comes to us as Africans, I think that is how we should understand the power we have, which starts with self-confidence, self-awareness, self-assurance. Everything should be self first. Reflection, a reflection of, you know a good version of yourself, literally. But karibuni sana once again. And before we get started, I'd love to hook you up with amazing supplements. If you do not have our app, kindly ensure you download it. Very easy for you to find on the Google Play Store. As we're diving into this conversation, we love bringing you guys with some brain and focus formulas so that you can be able to reason
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind.
Foreign Affairs Minister accused Rwanda of carrying out massacres in areas occupied by the M23 rebels. Therese Kaikwamba Wagner's government has lost control of 2 provincial capitals to the rebels in 3 weeks. Congo wants the Security Council to order the immediate withdrawal of Rwandan forces. Rwanda is preparing a massacre in the plain light of day with a brutality which recalls the darkest hours of our history. I issued that warning on the 26th of January. Today, these words have become a reality. In only 48 hours, more than 4,000 people died in Goma. Women and men were slaughtered. Children witnessed summary executions. People were killed indiscriminately.
Let me just restart it again and wait just a minute.
Before the Security Council, Congo's Foreign Affairs Minister accused Rwanda of carrying out massacres in areas occupied by the M23 rebels. Therese Kaikwamba Wagner's government has lost control of 2 provincial capitals to the rebels in 3 weeks. Congo wants the Security Council to order the immediate withdrawal of Rwandan forces. Rwanda is preparing a massacre in the plain light of day with a brutality which recalls the darkest hours of our history. I issued that warning on the 26th of January. Today, these words have become a reality. In only 48 hours, more than 4,000 people died in Goma. Women and men were slaughtered.
What has the UN itself done? Because we've, of course, let's see for how long has the UN peacekeepers have been in Congo? For how long? How long has the UN peacekeepers been in Congo? Okay, so, Okay, so they're saying that the Belgian action led the Congolese government to appeal to the UN Secretary General for military assistance, fearing superpower intervention in the requests went ignored. And the request if the request went ignored, who is there? Let me read that again. Hamas killed obtained Security Council approval in the 14th July 1960 to send such a force, which became known as the ONUC. At that time, it was called that way, I think. Yeah. Okay, so they're also saying protecting the civilians and consolidating peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo. MONUSCO took over from an early UN peacekeeping operation and the United Nations Organization mission in democratic. So it's just so crazy. Everyone is involved. All these organizations, all of them are involved. But there's nothing they have done to maintain peace in DRC Congo. It's all about looting. So even if the UN is out here talking about how right now, how many Congolese have lost their lives, let's talk about the raping of women, the killing of women, men, and children. Because personally, I've seen, because When it comes to them, there's no evidence. When it comes to their mainstream media, their reportings, there's no evidence of this kind of accusations. But there's evidence when it comes to these other platforms. I've seen videos, images, very disturbing, of lifeless bodies of women and children with bullets in DRC Congo. What has the UN done about this? Nothing. This, I just hate how they really play on our face. It really, really pisses me off, being honest. The way they really play on our face and act like, hey, everything is okay. As a matter of fact, we got your back. Did you see the psychopathic play of Obama yesterday? I mean, the video I was sharing, when he himself, through the USAID, funded Boko Haram in Nigeria to destabilize the country because it was doing amazing economically. And then he comes out, oh my God, we're so very considered. We got your back. We're very, very sorry. You should not be going through. You're a sovereign, independent country, and we got your back. I really hate how they really play on our face. I really, really hate it. It really pisses me off, and it really hurts me that we really don't know this information. I hate how they really play with us. It's like, playing with a ball, throwing it on this hand to this hand, on this hand to this hand. And it never falls down. The ball never falls down. And it falls down literally. They still have a way of covering up everything. It really pisses me off because this is all mediocre. This is all mediocrity literally here on our face. She knows what's going on. I remember I was listening to our video. Yes, that was on January. When literally the M23 rebel took over Goma. And she was there literally one among the people talking about how Rwanda should be held accountable, how this and this should be. What have you done? Because I hate the talk without action. It really sucks.
Children witnessed summary executions. People were killed indiscriminately and executed with spine-chilling precision. The UN's Special Envoy for the Great Lakes region warned that urgent action was needed to avert a
United States. Where are the African puppets? What are the African puppets? It's even, look at the people who are discussing about our own issue. Like, make it make sense. Look at the people talking about our own problems. Who are this? I always love starting by, who are you? Why are you talking about my problems? Because personally, as Joby, I really hate it. I really, really hate it as a person. Don't talk about my problems. Do not. I should be able to handle my own problems. I don't want you talking about it. Don't give me a solution until I come ask for one. But it's crazy how, of course, these African leaders have gone and begged for help, but still, it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. We would not have gotten this far if it was not for the begging of these African puppets. We need. You should try create a solution for yourself. You should at least try do something. At least try do something until it fails. You'll say, I really, really tried. I really need help now. Hands up, like I need help. That makes sense. But there's nothing you've done, and yet you cry for help. And still with the help you get, let's say if you ask for help in terms of cash, you don't even bring the solution. I was telling Kit, it's crazy. I always dream. My dreams, and funny how my dreams literally, I can continue with my dreams. I don't know how many of you literally have that such kind of an experience. Something that you dreamt yesterday, when you sleep tonight, you'll continue with the same dream. Probably it's like a series. I have that personally. And my dreams, literally, I'm always on war. I don't know why. I'm always like, fighting or trying to rescue someone. I'm not fighting like people I know. I'm just with this group of unknown people. We're on a mission. What is the mission? I don't know, but we're always running. and always have to rescue someone. That is just all I can. That's all I know. That's all literally all I see when I wake up. And it's a continuation. Like, hold on, but today we're in a different place. You know, it's like a series. So it's just anyway. Let me just continue this.
A wider regional war. Rwanda's representative said his country was being scapegoated for Congo's internal failures.
The responsible parties are well known who exploit DRC. Rwanda holds no mining concession in the DRC, yet we continue to be falsely accused. The claim that mineral resources fuel this conflict is false and inciting. The M23 issue is about people fighting for their rights and survival, fighting for their inherent citizenship rights and access to their own ancestral property.
Really?
Rwanda cannot be
by killing people, really, with all the advanced weapons. That is them fighting for their rights. If really, oh my God, this is, again, we address democracy. Who really taught these Negroes democracy? Us. Who taught us democracy? Because it doesn't apply. Which kind of, what? Is it even making sense?
That's right. How long you been live? You been live for a while?
For 30 minutes.
Damn, I've been looking for you live on YouTube, didn't show me. I was looking at a show from last night. Yeah, democracy came from the white people. That's not our government. Those are white people's government. That's why it doesn't work.
It's crazy, man. Karibu sana though. Shout out to Jiba Jaba. I also see you. You're doing amazing today. This is just so insane. I'm sharing this video where we have the United Nations talking about how the M23 rebel are expected to advance if literally no solution is provided. And then this is just them predicting to us how, of course, they're looking forward to continue funding them to take complete control of Congo, many regions, because there's no solution. I'm trying to look at trying to detail.
Is that what they're openly saying now? They're not even hiding it anymore.
I mean, because they're telling us we should expect the M23 rebel to advance wider. What do you mean we should expect? What do you mean? What is it? You can't tell me, Keith, I should expect war today in my house. Trying to tell me.
They're telling you what's going to take over. If you can't stop it, fuck you. That's what we're telling you. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you.
Who is the UN? Who is the US to talk about our problems? You know? Who is the UN and the UN? Why won't these puppets, why won't they do what is expected of them? Or because they're puppets?
Yeah, but they've been talking about their economy. But tell you, why are Africans in the UN? The UN wasn't set up to help African people. Exactly. It was set up to steal African lands.
That's what I'm saying. Unless we really I don't know how we can really do this as a collective, because again, like the video I was sharing yesterday of Lynn Gugi saying, Africans, no one is coming to save us. Not Trump, not Putin, not Zelensky, not the Chinese president. None of them are going to save us. They all want a peace. And as a matter of fact, when I come to see it, they are even fighting between themselves to even get these large pieces. That is
yes, because Africa's the richest place on the planet. Yes.
You know, and it is so sad to see that with the expectation of these puppets to help us, you know, that we have that mentality still, we've already failed, because these puppets actually do not even call the shot of even stopping none of this goddamn wars. All you can do is just attend this meeting as you expected to, put on your gold suit, honey, appear on these meetings, put a smile on your face and act like everything is okay and you got it under control. Because you don't.
There you go, Joby. Too bad you know too much, Joby. Sorry.
Too bad. It really pisses me off right now to see that, you know, this kind of bullshit. It just pisses me off. Sometimes it just pisses me off.
Of course it does, because you know too much now. Too bad. Sorry, Joby.
Talking about our problems. Why you if I'm saying personally, if I'm coughing right here and until I ask you for water, who told you I want water? Let me cough until I say and claim I'm dying and I need water. Now help me. But it's crazy how we see the UN, the US, the EU, all this bunch of other countries apart from Africans ourselves. getting so much involved. And when we try get involved in their business, they're telling us how.
Shut up. Get away. That's right. Yeah, you get your black ass out of here.
Oh my God, make it just make sense. We had Ramaphosa, we had the Malawi president, and the rest of the poor-ass presidents who went to talk to Zelensky and Putin. Or, you guys, you need to solve this war because it's affecting our countries. If you really practice agriculture and made it mandatory in schools, and if you fought for your lands back, you'll not be going to beg for any.
How about that?
You're not going to beg for any food.
That's why even Therese not begging for nothing.
You're seeking validation from the white man, and that's what I want to share the next video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but there's this video which is explaining, as much as it contains literally some religion nut, some religious nut in it, but it was trying to explain how we have the same Obama type of shit, and where we have this superiority of light-skinned Africans. They have been trained to consider themselves superior, and which is happening. The same thing you said about Kagame, right? Well, when you explain the history of Kagame and how he ended up, they chose him as the leader because his people were more light-skinned and all that.
Yeah, the phenotype. They were. That's why. Remember, Gene is a Tootsie. That's why Gene didn't want to tell me his damn tribe. I know Gene was a Tootsie. Gene's light skinned. He's got a lot of European features. That's why they made those niggas the head of those areas of Africa, because they look more European. The African makes all phenotypes because the African is the original. We make all phenotypes. We make the Asian looking nigga, make the white looking nigga, make the regular nigga. We make all of them. The black woman makes all of them. So, yeah. But they decided to choose these other Africans and put them on other Africans, and that caused what? Anger, Joe, hostility, all these years. So, so it's called because the closer you are to white, because since the white savage took over the world, the closer you are to white, where everybody's skin bleaching trying to get white, while the Chinese is trying to get as white as they can, Asian, because that's the power structure. Because that's what the white man put in everybody's mind when this savage got control of the world. White, I'm right, because he's the most savage. He didn't take over the world by being smarter, by being better. He took over the world by being savage. But power is power. So that's why white is on top and black is on the bottom. So the closer you are to black, the closer you are to poverty and considered being stupid and no power. The closer you are to white, you're smarter and have money, and that's why that's the narrative, Joe.
So let me share this video very quickly, which I kind of loved when he was explaining that, because when you talk about sometimes here on the entertainment shows how someone like me or Shumani, we've faced that colorism too here in Africa.
Of course, it's bad enough, of course. Just like I told you told me that because Cammy done said that. That's why I hire African people, black. Same way. Ruby Zai told me in Zimbabwe, because she's dark skinned, they do right in your face. I would go to the certain places, they would tell me, no, you can't be a receptionist. You're too dark. You're a light skinned Zimbabwean. You're too dark to represent the company. I said, damn, Ruby Zai, they told you that in your face? They said, yeah. They told you that in your face. You're too dark. You can't represent the company. Like, damn. In Africa. That's how fucked up the minds have been made in Africa. Good.
It's crazy. So let me share this very quickly as we move on.
Here are the actual facts. We have had so many lies passed on to our people by others trying to make us worship their image as our saviors or gods.
Exactly.
Images that always look like them with a good so-called reason. Always light-skinned Negroes. Our people will listen to any white person.
Exactly. At least they're always light-skinned Negroes. Always like. And shout out to Lisa. Every time that she was a kid, she was looking at the white Jesus and said, "Why am I worshiping a white man?" At least you guys are asking those questions as a youth. I didn't even ask them questions when I was young. Why am I worshiping a cracker? This doesn't make any sense. But you couldn't ask your parents because your parents were morons. They didn't know nothing. They were doing it too. So, but at least you had the idea. This something ain't right with this shit. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, for me it was about the creation. How did we end up being black? If Eve was.
You too. At least you asked the question. If the creation was white, where did black people come from? Because that's because white people can't make black people. Only black people can make white people. So that's a lie.
I think that's one of the things that made me interested in reading the Bible. That's how I was a Bible nut. Instead of going for, I usually stay in the class reading the Bible because I'm trying to connect the dots from Adam, Eve to Abraham to Moses to Noah. Where's the generation of black people starting? I'm not getting it.
See, that's funny. She asked the question. That's right. Exactly. At least as a youth, your soul is like this. This what? All these white people white, and where do black people come from then? Because they don't want to tell you are the original. They're the copy. They're not the original. You are. Everything started from black people, not them. Their lie is so over the top crazy because crackers do lie and make up bullshit.
And I think that's why I hated education too. I really hated school, no, Gab. I really hated school. And this theory of the evolution of a man, the one that we actually studied yesterday.
The monkey nonsense is a lie.
It never clicked my head because I'm like, man, I'm even dropping this history shit. I'm not doing it. I don't do no history. So I went to geography. And also geography, we had a really crazy teacher. I'm like, man, y'all effed up. So it's good to just skip classes sometime.
Reject their own dark-skinned Africans. Now look around at Negro leadership. You will see. That is the actual fact. They don't accept their own. It's the curse, the spell of ignorance. Ignore your own. If the Jesus presented to Negroes was not a Paleman image, there would not be so many Christians. The same with Moorish Islamism, MST. In their Quran Circle 7, you see the king, a light-skinned Arab in their inside cover. There would not have been all those Moorish Americans if Noble Drew Ali did not have that image there. It is the same for the Nation of Islam. They have the image of Master W. Far, a half-white Arab. Without that, the messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, would not have had so many people onto Malcolm X, light, onto Minister Farrakhan who is light-skinned. Your own dark-skinned, nappy-haired people don't qualify, or most who even the Mukasu Caucasoids accept, they accept. You notice dark-skinned leaders killed or
that was Farrakhan. That was their Malcolm X who taught Farrakhan wicked, crooked ass. Because remember, Farrakhan have killed Malcolm X for that no good nigga right there was sleeping with them babies. So that was Farrakhan, man. That's all that fake Nation of Islam shit. It ain't even Islam. Come on, see, you didn't want naps in your hair. You got evil and black people. See him not even knowing real history with that made up fake religion. Them goopy niggas Islam said, oh, your hair was once like white people. See, that nigga didn't know that their hair was fur. Because he was taught for this fake ass cracker religion. That Islam shit. This goopy nigga talking to you. He didn't know a motherfucking thing. That dumbass Farrakhan. You betrayed God, then your hair became nappy. You didn't know what nappy was straight. All this old white people curse shit. He didn't know that motherfucker, the straight hair is fur. You fucking dummy. But you niggas love to be in these goofy religions. And that Nation of Islam, sorry about Malcolm X, you finally left it. That Nation of Islam is the dumbest shit. That religion is just completely made up nonsense. So that's why the other Islam people don't even accept that shit as Islam, because it's not. This is some made up shit somebody called it Nation of Islam. Not even Islamic nonsense. So got Farrakhan talking that dumb shit because Farrakhan is mixed. His daddy is white. So you guys, I research everybody. Because I'm light skinned. I know motherfuckers hate themselves, hate black people. I don't. I research that ass. So what's wrong with this goofy nigga here? What the fuck is he talking about? Go back and research Farrakhan Calypso singing ass. He comes from white people from the Caribbean. And most of these Caribbean niggas are fucked up in their head. They worship white people. Damn, Joey wonder why I go in on the Caribbean niggas, the Jamaicans, the fucking Haitians, all these. But the Haitians didn't do it in the beginning because they got free. But eventually the mulattoes got control of the island, and that's why it's all fucked up today. The mulattoes fucked Haiti up. So all the motherfuckers like Trinidad, Tobago, all those niggas on those islands are bootlicking coons, the majority of them, because they got majorities about to show colorism. And you go back and research Farrakhan's parents, his daddy's a cracker or mixed. That's why he's talking all that shit, because Farrakhan's a light-skinned mixed nigga. He's a mulatto. So y'all didn't know that, did ya? I research you, nigga. Talking your fuck shit, because most black people are stupid. Talking about, oh, you black people got curly hair and that beard because they sinned against God. What? You out of your fucking mind? And your hair's supposed to be slick like white people. He said that shit. That's why the guy who made this video telling the truth. He said that fuck shit. You guys being moron caught with his fake religion, you didn't know that white people's hair is fur, dummy. That's fur. The only people that got hair on the planet are African people. Your curly hair is a gift from God. That means because your melanin is electricity. See, these motherfucking morons didn't know none of this. Your melanin is electricity. That's why your hair curls, because you get direct messages from God. If you look at any power station, it has curls within the power station to make the power greater. That's why your hair is curled like it is, to get those messages, that energy from God. You're the only one with hair. Everybody else on the planet has animal fur. You didn't realize our Africans are the only ones got the hair we got? Everybody else got that laid down fried shit, because that's animal fur. Dumbass Farrakhan. You know, to be honest, you know, he got me. I was young. I went to that Million Man March here with Farrakhan back in 1995. Right? I went to that shit because I was still all in the Farrakhan and learning and waking up. But I was always smart. I said, what is this shit? That's some religious. I already knew the religion was a lie. I didn't go there because he's talking that religious shit. He was talking about black men gaining power. So I went there, wasn't about no power. It's about this nigga. It was some big head nigga syndrome shit. Look at me. I got all these men here. I'm the big head nigga. I said, wow. But luckily, like I said, my mother lived in the DMV area in Maryland, so I didn't have to pay no money. All these niggas came from across the country to come listen to this nigga talk for 2 days about nothing. No power, because he's a plant. He's a controlled op. Farrakhan is controlled by the government. That's why he was involved in killing killing Malcolm X, his teacher. Malcolm X teaches this nigga, and he's got nothing but hate for Malcolm X because they was all jealous. Malcolm was leaving that shit, so we got to go free all African people. These niggas caught in that goopy religion, that fake religion that was made up. But go ahead, Joe. Go ahead and play that.
Okay.
Colorism.
Half-breeds accepted to lead blacks.
Exactly, half-breed, the mulatto.
And most have ran off already back to the devil's world. And however long I'm in prison, you will see them fade. Only the true of heart will hang on. Some will depart yet return. They're true. And you will now see how nature will work to wipe out the Mukasu and those who worship their image. You will see wars and killings unlike ever before. You will see weather worse than ever, and they will pretend nothing is happening. And those who believe in them and trust their lives will fall with them. So many are pure good souls who will devote their lives to spreading Musaba, and they really care and love me, with my dark skin. And I care and love them. All who are devoted are my family. So I don't wish for it to be misunderstood. All people on this planet
Pause it. I want you to understand what we're going to talk about tomorrow. The white skin is because, remember, it was created to house demonic entities. So that's why these niggas from behind the scenes are made the white man and pushing this white thing. Because it houses demonic energy for Ogu to control the planet. That's why this is happening. Understand that too. Because the divine being is the African. Closest thing to God is the African woman. Black. God is black. God is black from the darkness. Stand this? So anything from black is counterintuitive. That's why anything white dies. And so the planet is mad that these other niggas have came fucking with the balance. And the planet is wiping this shit out. Because the earth is a feminine being. But these other niggas came from another planet, this Inky and Enlil. Like, not enough of this shit. Starting to wipe people out. It's not gonna fight. You're just not gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to create no more babies. That's why they're in the lab trying to create clones, create babies too. Like Joby showed, create babies without a seed. But Joby showed that video, all them babies laying in that thing. Because the white woman is not conducive to creating birth. We all know that's why the black woman has a small waist and big hips. Because she's the most fertile on the planet. Because she is the seed of the earth. That's why the black woman is curvaceous. Flat stomach and wide hips. That's the black woman's. White women, other women usually flat. I mean, you got a lot of white women that got black women's bodies because of the mixing of our genetics with them. But most of them are flat. You know, their body's not, most of the other people like Asian, their body's not conducive to giving birth like a black woman. That's why all of them are dying out. And why the Japanese are asking black men, they know, why they're asking, they love white men. They know white men's genetics is fucked up. They know, I told you, you think they don't know who got the best genetics? They know. They told you you were fucked up and black is bad. They know black is superior. Why did I go to China got 1 billion people? Why the Japanese not going to Chinese? Hey, come impregnate some Japanese women so we can save our population. Why did I go into the white man? Hey, Caucasian, come to Japan and impregnate our women so we can survive. Because they know that black is superior. They know that. You want to survive, you better get, if you want to survive, you better get some black in you. Because that's the melanin, the carbon, the building block of life. So Japanese are just unabashed. Hey, we need some niggas over here to impregnate our women so we can survive as a race. Even if it's a mulatto race. Because we're dying out. That's a fact. Don't got black. The earth is getting rid of your ass. I don't care what you do. I don't care what fake gods you pray to. You pray to your fake Allah, pray to your fake Jesus. Pray to all them fake gods that were made up. Earth is saying you got to go. And it's getting rid of you. It's not fighting. It's not causing a war. It's just saying, hey, you're not going to be allowed to reproduce yourself. You think the Japanese, the Asians, and the Caucasian scientists, they figured this out? You better believe they have. They know they need that black woman's womb or that black man's dick. Huh? You better know they know that. Like I told you, wait to go these. Go ahead, Joby.
Joe Mosquito, you better tilt your screen. I don't know why I look like fainting at. You better tilt your screen kindly.
Why do you think you see all these? Why do you think you see all these commercials in America? About every commercial and movie they got is a black woman with a white man. And every time you got a commercial on TV in America, it's some damn interracial shit. You got a black woman and a white man. Every movie and every commercial. Oh, look at try this new cereal, honey. It's a black woman married to a white man. That's called mind control. That's called MK Ultra. Telling the white man, you better get with this black woman if you want to survive. You guys seen it here in America right now? Tell me I'm lying. All the interracial commercials you see it. Every commercial's got a black woman and a white man. Car insurance. Oh, get your car insurance. Got a white man and a black woman. Eating a thing of bucket of chicken, KFC. Baby, you gonna get the KFC tonight? Yeah. A white man and a black woman. Every commercial and every movie It's got a black woman as a damn mother, as the wife, and a white man as her husband. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. You see that everywhere in America. Even the white men don't know. They still they racist. They don't know they don't know that the people trying to say they dumbass. So why we see the racist white man is saying, why they always hooking us up with a black bitch? Because they trying to save your stupid ass, dummy. Why is all this? They getting mad because they see those commercials with these black men, black women, and white men. Because your woman, dummy, is not fertile like the black woman. That's what they're telling you, stupid. And they tell you it's okay to try to go after you, a black woman, to push the race forward. Because without the black woman's genetics, you're dead. That's what they're telling you, dummy. That's what they're telling you. That's why you see all this interracial shit. All your movies, all your commercials in America, there's some interracial shit. White man, black woman. Never the black man and the white woman. Always the black woman and the white man. Okay? That's subliminal. Then the dumbass white man, you better get with this black woman to save your stupid ass. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
From Africa and our Africans, if they make the right choice, dark or light. It's from inside first then outside. That is the most important and necessary facts to know and remember. As one thinks, so are they. Light-skinned people have been programmed to feel they're the leaders. This has been programmed in their minds. White suit good guys, black suit bad guys. In their Bible and Quran are pictures from them. You see God as Makasu, as well as angels, and even Christ is always called.
Look at this cracker. Now, you see this homosexual cracker right there. That's in your mind, that image. That's mind control. That this cracker come out the cage can be your guy. But they just got here 2 days ago. 2 days ago. I'm ashamed I used to worship this crazy looking shit right here. So as a child, I was worshiping this crazy made up shit. I was a Bible nut. Worshiping this made up ass shit right here. This made up ass white man with all that damn fur on his face and hair. All that fucking lice written fur, all that fur and shit. This furry motherfucker right here. That's how deep the mind control goes. That this motherfucker could be a god. This is the most wickedest motherfucker on the planet. To be somebody's god. See, I can say this openly because I know this. See, if I would say this when I was 15, it would scare the shit out of me. Somebody talking like I was in mind control. You can't say that about Jesus. What? See, I know this is fake now. That's why I can be so bombastic. I say, get the fuck is this motherfucker right here? This made up shit. I would think, how can we be so stupid to think that this thing was anything to do with any kind of God? That's how far we've fallen. Look at this goofy image here. That this thing, these are the most wickedest motherfuckers on the planet. They got the nerve to make them images of a God. I didn't know that this motherfucker was all that fur on his head. That's not hair. That's what Farrakhan said you're supposed to have, this fur on your head. Why it got lice. As I showed Joe, I ain't gonna tell Joe to pull Joe. He said, no. Remember you said, Cammy, pull up that lice? And we say, no, I don't want to pull that shit up. Yeah, they get that shit in the hair because animals get that shit. Okay? Your God's got lice. Go ahead, Joe.
Now you may say in the Muslims' religion they don't use photos. Well, that is not a fact. They use undercover tactics, such as they don't show their prophet's face. His face is veiled in tiles, mosaics, or drawings, yet not his hands, or his relatives or followers, some who they say were his own relatives. In the cinema they did about their Arab prophet Muhammad. They did not show him but his grandfather, his uncle, his relatives, Ali and Hamza, of his tribe race of pale Arabs in both the English and Arabic
Exactly.
versions.
Yeah,
So it's their racism in favor of light skin.
Exactly, all these pale Arabs were not Arabs. Remember, those are invaders who took over a culture. There's no Arabs I showed you are African. These people are Turks. They are invaders. See, they always come in, steal your culture, and then steal your identity. These people are not indigenous to these people created. They just show up and start invading. These people are not Arabs. They stolen African culture. Al-Arab, which was African, Northeast African culture. You know, well, you got the white Jake, white small hats. The original Jays were African people because that religion came out of Kemet. They were Africans. All the ancient Jewish nations were all African. See, these are facts. But somehow, these white people are now the Jays because they're stealing of identity. And now these white people are now the Arabs. These are not motherfucking Arabs. Go ahead, Joby.
Bilal the Negroid was a slave and could perform or sing the call to prayer. So to them it's still light-skinned is good or better. It's in Iran, Turkey, Iraq, Arabia, Lebanon and Libya and all over. Yes, that is the fact. It's in all their religions. So skin is a uniform and the colors make one feel they are better than others, and even above natural laws. If you take a look at the many hadiths referring to the Prophet Muhammad and slavery, it shows you how Arabs really feel about you, with dark skin and woolly hair, looked at as nothing more than servants and not equal. Sahih Muslim, Hadith 758, there came a slave and pledges allegiance to Allah's apostle, peace be upon him, on migration. He, the Prophet, did not know that he was a slave. Then there came his master and demanded him back, whereupon Allah's apostle, peace be upon him, Allah's apostle, peace be upon him, said, sell him to me. And he bought him for 2 black slaves, and he did not afterwards take allegiance from anyone until he had asked him whether he was a slave, or a free man. Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith. Hadith
and remember, these savages created slavery. See, they were created. They're wicked because they're low what's housing this crack is a low vibrational being. You need to understand that. When those was making this crack, it's a low vibrational being. That's why they practice their wicked slavery. Okay? That's why when you go to Arab country, and they call them Arabs now, they call themselves Arabs, which they're not. It's still Northeast Africa. That's why you're treated like shit. Because you're dealing with low vibrational beings. You're not dealing with a human being. If I was telling you, we're going to go deeper Friday. I forgot to tell you about the horns in their head, not just the tails. They're dealing with a demon. That's why they're wicked towards you. They're low vibrational beings housed in that white skin. They can't not have demons now housing them. That's why the skin is white. That's why they want to protect the white skin, because those cannot house demons inside black bodies unless you're fucked up. Unless your ass is drinking. That's why you niggas are not supposed to be drinking no alcohol. Yeah, I learned that. I never was a drinker, but look, I learned that. People was like, oh, damn, I don't drink. So that's why it's called spirits guide. When you drink alcohol, lowers your vibration, opens you up to be possessed by wicked shit. Why you don't touch it? Why you don't eat fucked up food? It's the fucked up music. Everything is a vibrational dance. Everything is spiritual. We used to know that, but now we're waking back up to that. So I didn't get to go deeper yesterday when me and Joe was talking. I forgot, so I'm gonna write everything down. I gotta write about tomorrow. But this is why they're so wicked. Why they practice slavery. And why everything's anti-black. Because they're going against God. You gotta fight against God. Africans, you represent God in the flesh on this planet. These white people and other people are, and that's why they're what? Anti-nature. This is a battle with Ogu against the creator of the universe. That's why the white people were created. This is a fight against God. the true God. This is why the hatred of African people, hatred of black people, because this is Ogu and Jehovah working the cahoots, also those punk ass. I want you guys to understand why this on a deeper level. Why they enslaved? Because this Ogu fighting against true God. We are directly from God, not from the animal. So that's the hatred. So everything they do, what? It's unnatural, out of nature, GMO shit. Everything's a fight against nature. We represent what? Nature. That's why our hair is curly. Like what? Like plants. We are a living, breathing plant. We are nature itself. That's why the plants have chlorophyll. We have melanin. We are nature itself. That's why all miraculous things we can do once we go back to nature. We can move shit with our minds. We can fly. We can do all this shit. So this thing that create these other races of people, that's them fighting against God. Okay? That's them fighting against God. That's why the enslavement, the cheating, that is the acting out towards God and its creation, which is us. That's why the brutality and the hatred is so deep. That's Ogu's attack on the creator. It's hatred. The Africans represent the creation of God. So that's where all the hate and the violence comes at, depicted by these individuals. I want you to understand this is the spiritual level. That remember, the body is just an avatar. So low vibrational beings, that's why you see them, they got no rhythm, right? Their bodies are just clones. And I'm gonna show Joby this tomorrow. Remember, Joby, if you guys go to Joby's show, I forgot to do this yesterday. Joby said, don't they feel guilty? Don't they feel something? And no, they don't. Come have Joby. Internal voice. Don't they feel bad inside? Don't they got an internal voice? What's good and bad? No, they don't. They're just clones, no vibrational energy in it, being told how to act from this thing. Some of this before Joby wraps up. Go ahead. Finish that, Joby.
No, we still have time. We still have time. I'm going to be here for the next 40 minutes, so we can go on.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, okay. Go ahead, play this stuff. Then I want you to look at white people who say they have no internal voice that talks to them. That means they're just an empty shell, Joe. They don't even know what's right or wrong. They got no, you said yesterday, you asked the question, don't they feel guilty? Don't they know inside how they feel? They don't have that, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what?
That's the same thing I was saying at the beginning of the show, because it's how, and then looking at also Obama's situation, and then that UN woman who's talking about Congo. It's like, how do you just play so, how do you play just so dumb as if you don't know anything that's happening and you know very well? It's just, what is this that's okay with you?
They're being controlled, Joey. Like they're being remotely controlled. Remote have no internal voice in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And most people know. So a lot of white people that got it, because that means the Moors, they got that black genetics in them. But the majority don't have an internal voice. Like you said, you been thinking of something, you got an internal voice in your head, Joby.
Yeah.
That you can talk to and you listen to, tells you this, your intuition. They don't have that, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that because Not sad. Well, it's sad because they're created to do the work of this wicked entity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to show you that. We're going to finish this.
Allah's apostle said, "You should listen to and obey your ruler, even if he was an Ethiopian, black, slave whose head looks like a raisin." Even the Quran 3:106-107 says, "On the day when faces shall be turned white and other faces shall be turned black. As for those whose faces are turned black, you disbelieved after you believed, so taste the torment for all of your disbelief. And so as for those whose faces are turned white, they are in God's mercy, and they shall dwell therein eternally. As I said, they feel they are better than others, and even above natural laws. You see, a normal person puts on a military uniform, falls in line and then will pick up a weapon and just kill people, something they would not naturally have done. Give a person a police uniform, a sheriff uniform, of any rank and they transform into this. I must enforce the Mukasu laws, even over the Bible, Exodus 20:13, thou shalt not kill. Deuteronomy 5:17, thou shalt not kill. Matthew 5:17, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Genesis 6:4-6 is the reason why they received the curse. There were giants, Nephilim, in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
And pause it. And so when you talk about the Old Testament, that's not God, that's not the Creator. That's Jehovah and Ogu. That's a combination of all these different Anunnaki in this fucking thing. That's not the Creator of the universe. Has nothing to do with none of that shit. That's Jehovah wicked ass and Ogu wicked ass. Nothing to do with the Creator of the universe at all. That's why when they bring back the fake Jesus in the New Testament, he's changing everything that the Ogu and Jehovah were talking about. He said, leave all that wicked shit behind. This is the New Testament. And he's supposed to be brought there by what? Barbello. See, a lot of stuff they took out. That the fake Jesus story starts from Barbello of True God. And to change all this wicked shit from the Old Testament, he said, oh no, all that shit is fake. No, that shit, that's not even, you didn't know that. You thought that it was continuation of the New Testament, the Old Testament. No, they put the shit together. The New Testament was supposed to debunk all that wicked shit of the Old Testament because it's wicked. You got Jehovah talking about killing women and children, wiping out towns. What God is that? That's the Anunnaki nigga, Enlil. And you go back and look at the Sumerian text. Enlil is Jehovah. It's right there. Yahweh. But go ahead, Jehovah.
They will take a weapon or stick and kill their own race to please their leader, even their own family members, and say I'm just doing my job. Now look around this place. You come to visit me, these people have on a mental or physical uniform. And look how cold they act to people visiting, and even worse to prisoners, even before they are found guilty. By whose laws? They never ask, for whose laws am I killing or beating people? Not Bible laws, not Quranic law. Whose laws?
Yeah, when they beat him to death.
The laws of uniform called skin color. Now, some may say they know how I must feel, having been betrayed by those I love so much, and ask forgiveness. But, have already forgiven my own, the Negroid race. You see, it took the devil race 400 years to graft and breed the Negro into their slaves, both mentally and physically, so that they do as their devil master commands. They can be reformed. Yet, as for the devil race, I can't forgive nor forget the abuse, not only on my person yet on all others.
Understand they were created. See that? Exactly. They can't be reformed because they were created. They got low vibrational beings in it. So this Ogu, when he's going and striking against black people, he's striking out against God, the creator. Because God is the creator, created African people, black people throughout the universe. That's them striking out. That you don't understand. See, you think you're looking at a person right there. Looks like a human being. But they were grafted from what? Animals. That's why I showed Joby with the tail. But what's inside the light that's in, so remember they got a calcified pineal gland. So they have no connection to true God. Because they're unmelanated. So what sits in this thing you're looking at is a demon inside this thing. A low vibrational being. But the body And the reason why they can house the low vibration because the body was created with animal parts. That's why they have tails and all this other shit. And it's white. It's stripped of the melanin. So there's no God genetics in it. There's no carbon in it. There's no building blocks of light. So it was created to house demonic energy from Ogo. Okay? But get out of this, Joe. We already know that. Okay. I want you to look this up, Joe.
Okay.
Say, white, go to YouTube right there and say, white people who say they have no eternal voice. Internal. White people say they have no internal voice. White people who say they have no internal voice. And we know the voice inside is God speaking. So see, they're just commanded by this thing. People are like, what? Everybody, white people saying, people are like, what? You have no internal voice? Then how do you exist? Because they're clones, guys. They exist in low vibrational beings. Controlled by this ogre. They just don't autopilot.
Say things that other people probably just think to themselves and just keep in their head. And that's, that's fine. Keep it to yourselves. It's probably better. Hi, I'm Olivia Rivera, and I don't have an internal monologue. This is something that's kind of been going around the internet lately. If you've seen it, some people
suppose that, Joe. So they can't figure out what's right or wrong. How can they feel it? They don't feel nothing, Joe. This is a clone with a demon inside. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have an internal dialogue from God, Joe. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Dialogue or an internal monologue where it's more of a constant stream of thoughts. I, on the reverse hand, feel that my thought process is more like sporadic or random jot notes. It's not my voice talking all the time, and it's more like I'm just seeing lines of thought, and maybe they have
exactly. She's been downloaded because she was created by Yahweh Thoth and this Ogo. So that's why I told they be brutal to black people, because that's Ogo striking out against God. So, because he was disconnected from the Creator. Mm-hmm. So they're created just to have, so all the wicked shit they do is just thoughts being downloaded into them from another place. They don't have any true thoughts. That's what she's telling you. That's how most white people without any melanin run, Joe. They're just a sack of body parts being controlled remotely. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Tones associated to them, but not necessarily my voice. If you're typing something on a computer and the lines are just kind of like appearing on the screen, I think that's kind of how my brain works. And that's why jot notes feel like the best way to describe it. When I hear that other people have like a constant kind of dialogue and stream in their head, and that when they're doing tasks,
she doesn't have a soul, Joe. She's not from God. She doesn't have a soul. There's no dialogue. There's no intuition. She's just a clone being downloaded information, things to do. There's no eternal God in her. Mm-hmm. So that's why you say. So when you ask it, don't they feel a certain way? Don't they understand? No, they don't, Joe.
Things the entire time they're doing a task, it actually kind of feels a little overwhelming. Like how do you deal with that, and how does that feel? I always thought it was something that people just manifested and made up for movies and books and characters, just to kind of like explain your inner thought process and like.
See, she thought it was made up. She thought people having internal understanding was made up, Joe. Like when you said, my intuition told me don't go to Dubai. She thought you was making that shit up.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
In your inner thought process, but I didn't realize that it was actually that constant for people, that people did actually have a little kind of voice in their head telling them different things and what to do and what to think and stuff like that. I don't have that. sometimes I will just speak it out loud. I find that, especially when I'm alone, I'll just kind of like, encourage myself out loud versus kind of saying it in my head. Music lyrics come into my head a lot, and I'll hear the music as the singer sings it. So thinking my thoughts through before I say something, that is something that I never ever was good at when I was growing up. I'd constantly get in trouble, especially my mom. She'd try to kind of instill in me, no, you have to think before you speak, because I would often put my foot into my mouth and say something that I probably shouldn't have said. As I grew up, it didn't get better. I didn't think before I spoke. It's almost like I just got better at reading the situation subconsciously and knowing what to say and what to respond with. Because I'm not running things through my mind first, it does kind of lose that filter.
So when they first posted Joe, so when they first created, they all were like this. See, the reason why they wanted to wipe out everybody with the VHCC, because a lot of these crackers now have got black genetics, so now they do have an internal dialogue. They say, "Oh, this is bad." Why you see some on TikTok? Some now say, "Oh, things we did were bad, things we did were wrong." The few that have that African genetics in them, they have an internal dialogue. But the majority were like this. Imagine these wicked motherfuckers like her getting on the planet. There's no internal dialogue. They're just being fed hate black people, hate black people, hate. They're being fed, their mind is being fed something from someplace else, from a certain entity, Joe. They're just being downloaded information.
Which is evil for them.
Yes.
Yeah, evil.
Yes.
Not good.
But they can't distinguish good from evil, Joby.
Yeah, I get it. That is just evil, because I love the way she just said, I am speaking it out loud, which is very dangerous, very dangerous. You just have to critically think sometimes before you, but yeah, it's who they are. So this is crazy and deeper things.
And that kind of contributes to the whole, like, people often know what I'm thinking because I will say exactly what I'm thinking. And I think it is something that we should know more about, because I think that helps knowing how other people think. You can kind of react better and maybe expect less or more for a situation, because you can understand how they might be actually thinking in their heads better.
You see, so they didn't have an internal monologue, so they didn't know what was good or what was evil, Joe. They just act. So they wouldn't have any, like you said. Don't they feel bad? They don't feel nothing.
It's crazy. That is super insane. But let me go to the comments.
Good, Joey.
We can continue. I see Jiba Jaba, Big Cheese, Sister Michelle, Karibuni Sana. Let me start from where I left. Let me see. Okay, so I see Jiba earlier was talking about okay, K. Williams asking if America is there, nothing will go. If America is there, nothing will go right. Exactly. I agree with you. Jiba also says, I have the same dream over again, just a different setting. I'm fighting, trying to escape some situation and get free. Me too. Okay. Well, you also have series of dreams. Me too. I don't know what the war is about, but I'm also always trying to either fight or save someone. That's literally always my need. I'm always trying to save someone or to escape from a situation. But I also see K. Williams says, I'll be listening. I have to start my day. Have a good day, K. Williams. Jim also says, don't be talking bad about Obama, the magical Negro. I also see John Mosquito Karikusana once again. You also said, Juba says, Farrakhan here, he's fried, died, and laid to the side.
Exactly.
Somehow. And I also see, General Mosquito also saying that didn't he apologize for that sermon?
Yeah. He apologized because he when they learned science, he sound stupid. But he said that was from God. And he found out that no, your hair is fur, nigga. Then he apologized because he didn't know. So why didn't God tell him? He's supposed to be a man of God. Why didn't God tell him that shit was fur? And only because the information got to him. Hey, nigga, you're a dummy. You don't know the fuck you're talking about. That's when he apologized, because he was called stupid. He didn't apologize because he wanted to. Yeah, you sound dumb as shit. You know that's fur? You're telling black people to be happy to have fur? You know, because science proved the shit he was saying was wrong. He said God He said black people first had straight hair, which is a lie, which is birth. So what God told him that? Remember that when he was saying it, God had us, we had straight hair, and then we sinned against God, and our hair became curly. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? He said that shit because he don't know shit about no God. It's a made-up religion. And you niggas should have, but you ain't go. He only apologized because he was called out. Did you niggas leave him? No. You know what the fuck he's talking about. What dumbass God told him that, oh, your hair was straight first, like a goddamn chimpanzee and a dog, and then you sinned against me, and I made your hair curly. You out of your fucking mind. The original hair is curly hair. Because we are the original people. That's why no other people besides African people have curly hair. Everybody else on the planet comes after us and were created from animals, and that's why they got animal fur. See, when they told him that, oh, it fucked up his fake God shit. God told him, well, your God is stupid then. Your God didn't know what he did. Your God's a dummy, nigga.
But also Jibajaba says, my parents told me to never let a honky touch my hair or rub my head. They try that stuff for
every time.
For life.
That's not name for a cracker. They called him honky. You guys remember how the term honky came? Because they were seeing black prostitutes. And so when they were anxious to get some black coochie, they would honk their horn in the car. And so that slang came up and said, hold on, honky, because they were honking their horn to get black coochie. And so that's where the term came from, Joby. Called them white people honkies. Because they would honk their horn. They were like, hey, man, we're talking about, they would do this. It's my turn to get the black coochie. And so they say, hey, hold on, honky. So that's what that's what the term. That's where the slang came from. Call the white men honkies.
I like honkies than a cracker. I like that. I like honkies.
Okay, wherever they go, honky. That's what. I learned that lesson. Why they keep calling him a honky? I don't. Cracker understood a honky. Hey, honky. Remember, there's a lot. I'm gonna Joey put this up though. I'm gonna just put this up before we leave. Joey, do this real quick since we talking real quick. This way. Say, go to YouTube and say George Jefferson. That'll be George George Jefferson. Remember, you can say this on TV. Remember George Jefferson, Jefferson, calls his neighbor a honky, Honkey. George Jefferson calls his neighbor a honky. So probably pull up. Hey, honky. I was a kid. I didn't know what that meant. I call him a honky. You take this down.
Yeah.
That's what it meant, Joby. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the honkies. You ain't getting me no honky.
Joby done learned a new slang. That's an old slang.
I'm out of reach, honky, out of reach. But
imagine Joby said that. You know the crackers in Kenya know what that means. Like, how does Kenyan girl learn that slang? Where you learn honky from?
I know what you don't know. I know what you don't know. But also, Sister Mosquito says any organization can never be trusted. Also see, you also added that I thought Trump was gonna pardon Dr. Malachiok about him, but I also see Jibajaba says, yep, I saw an animated cat food commercial. They had a black cat and a white cat acting like they were married.
Yeah.
Also says, I am hoping adverts would back off that with Trump being pro-white and the country going conservative. And also Sidra Mosquito says, I used to be black men. I think that's what you meant. I used to think black men with white women. Now, what is that, John Mosquito, you've written? I used to be black men with white women. Now it's the opposite.
They used to see it.
Yeah.
They used to see it.
Okay. And also Sijiba says, and the white man is always dumpy and the lame paired with the black woman. I've seen that too. Jiba also says, I quit at 13 and haven't been to church service ever since. That's nice. That's nice. And I also see Jero Mosquito. Big Cheese says, well, I know one thing, black women are having children by white, Arab, Asian men all over the world. Arabs with corner stores are running through black women in America. That is Big Cheese.
Keeping them alive.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, that's a fact. That's what they push it. They know the black woman keeps them alive, keeps the genetics going.
Michelle says, my son's DNA is Egyptian tuck from etc. And Jerome Mosquito also said, the correct Big Cheese, Caucasian men always attack women first and then use them against the men, so that they are always disrespected or disrespectful and hate between us. Disrespect and hate between us. Okay, and I also see Big Cheese says, yeah, it's bad. I listened to entire live stream of black women from everywhere uniting, saying how they want white men. It's bad. Then, and I also see John Mosquito says, the vibration has been lowered. They were in fear, so they gotta learn the hard way. Goes for the men too. Jiba also says, when they sucker you, they'll say it's your fault for being taken advantage of. You're the dummy. Somehow.
Yeah, they love. Yeah, because they're cruel. Like they got no internal thing. That's why white people love cruelty. They love when to be cruel. They get off on that shit. They love cruel. That's why Joey say, I don't understand about the humanity. Why don't they feel? They don't. They love cruel shit.
Mm-hmm. It also says they can't improvise and play music as spontaneously alone or in a group for the majority of whites. That is true.
No, they got no internal monologue. The ones that can do it, that means they got some black genetics in them. Mm-hmm. But most of them, black women's getting away with genetics, keeping the motherfuckers alive.
Mm-hmm.
As black men, we fail. We're too weak. So, women, the number one thing a woman wants is what? Women want what? To be taken care of, to be provided for. So now we're on the bottom. We can't provide for our black women. So that's become a problem. So a woman's nature is to be provided for. That's her nature. She doesn't know all this shit that this the enemy and all that. Her nature said, I gotta be taken care of. So that's why they go on these Arab men and white men and other shit. Because her nature is to be provided for. That's nature. Good.
Yeah, so in the next video, as we move on from that, the conversation shall continue, of course, with that.
Go ahead, honky. Go ahead, honky.
I'm no honky. Don't call me no honky. Don't call me that. The video I want to share is coming from the 254. This is a parliamentary debate that was ongoing yesterday. And we have one of the senators who allegedly claims that Ruto has rather invited the M23 rebels in the country, and they are about to mission in Nairobi. So it's really a lot of questions. Of course, people are asking, as literally as I was watching this debate, some people actually even got mad, asking him, that is a big accusation to actually pin on a president. But where there's smoke, there's fire, literally. I don't believe it'd be saying something that it's not happening in the country, just an accusation. We know, of course, Ruto has been working with Rwanda and the rest of the... Come again, Keith? I think your audio is choppy.
No, I'm saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was saying that would be outlandish to say something like that. There must be some truth. Who's going to just say some crazy shit like that out of the blue? Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, but of course, where they smoke, there's fire, because it also makes sense why Ruto, of course, has been one of the top leaders, very much involved recently, of course, with what is happening in DRC Congo. He's been one among the peace initiative talkers, or leaders who can talk about peace.
Yeah. He wasn't a peace leader, but he's abducting people in Kenya. Right. Make it make sense.
So crazy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Majority Leader, and all the members who have contributed. Mr. Speaker, I am literally shocked at the way my colleagues are behaving and what they are saying on this floor. The reason why I'm shocked is because
you see this?
somehow...
See, look at this. This has nothing to do with African government. It's all British shit. You look at the British Parliament, it's the same shit. You see this shit. Ghana, same shit. Same shit in Nigeria, same shit. And this is African. It's all European shit right here. Go ahead, Joe.
I happen to be advantaged because I've been around this system for the last 25 years. I have been around politicking, taking vehicles to Kabarak to go and see President Moi and beg him to give me a handout so that I could run for elections. I have seen what happened in 2007 when we came to this house and I saw the hate, the vitriol, the anger. What were we fighting about? An election which had been lost, and of course we were on the other side which lost, quote unquote, and we stood here and said how we wished anybody who was on the other side should have been dead. I have watched the coalition government work, and then it failed. In this republic, I have seen President Uhuru come into power and his elections are nullified, and I've seen how he handled it. And I have seen how President William Ruto becomes president. So I hope my colleagues will give me an opportunity to lay out my case. This election of Prime Minister Raila to the AUC, indeed it was about our country. This election was not really about Raila per se. And I've seen some people say, oh, this election was about President William Ruto, and if he's a bad president, therefore our candidate wouldn't win. No, I take a different approach. The reality is we went in to hunt. I am saying I don't think we were prepared to hunt well and kill the elephant. My argument is we have a country where we are constantly looking for options and solutions away from the reality of what we are dealing with. I have heard my colleagues say that there were people celebrating that in fact Raila lost. Yes, they celebrated because they are fearful. They want Raila to come back because the country looks unstable and it's not ready to move on.
Raila is not going to make a change in Kenya. Let's understand that, of course.
They were trying. They're not looking for him to come back. What are you talking about? they was happy so he could come back in Kenya. You sound like a moron.
That is where we are, Honorable Cherargei. This is not about tribes ganging up against bigger tribes.
It is about tribes. See, that's what it is about. That's why you mentioned it, nigga. This is about tribalism, and that's what 2007 was about. Your childish tribalism shit. See, only in Africa, you go to all of the same shit. These parliaments is tribe. I won't hear no tribe in England. I won't hear no tribe in France. I won't hear about no tribe in Russia. I won't hear about no tribe in damn China. No tribe in Japan. No tribe in African parliaments. I will always hear about some tribe shit. Good.
Ganging against smaller ones. This is a state called Kenya, which is dysfunctional, where we have refused to accept the basic tenets.
Because of the tribe, exactly. You're dysfunctional because of the tribalism, damn it. Because I can't be Kenyan if I'm Kikuyu. I can't be Kenyan if I'm Lua. I can't be Kenyan if I'm Kamba. Because I'm faithful to my tribe and not the country. Because I see Jovi as a different tribe and not Kenyan. And you niggas did this. You did it from the beginning of the country. Not just Kenya, all these niggas in Africa kept this goofy shit going. So you had loyalty to your tribe, but not the country. That's why your countries are dysfunctional. And you know it. And you get power from pushing the tribal shit. You know that. That's what means that's why you got the Tutsis and the Hutu in Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda. Those tribes weren't even real tribes. They were made up by the white people because of phenotype. Those tribes didn't even exist in Africa. It's okay. You're now Tutsi because your nose is longer and you're a little light skinned. You're a dark nigga, so you're gonna be a Hutu. Just making up fake tribes. And they did that all throughout Africa. They did it in Zimbabwe. I don't know if they made it in Kenya, but white man made up fake tribes to cause division. Because divide and conquer, divide and rule. That's why Kenya, you haven't changed. Did you say, fuck the tribes, God, let's be Kenyans? Whoever this dude is? No. You know it's tribal. Go ahead, Joe.
But I'd say it was one among the Senate who are actually kinda supporting, of course, the Gen Z's demonstration, you know, and talking about Pan-Africanism.
Because the Gen Z said we're tired of the tribe. The Gen Z's are waking up. Hey, tribe, why am I hating you? Because you're part of this other fake tribe. Remember, guys, people made up tribes. You had arguments. Me and Joe had an argument, right? I go out and create a group of people and make up a new name, a new tribe. But the further you go back in history, we were one. Whoever gets mad at me takes 5 people, makes their own goofy tribe, name it. And through generations, now you think you're different people. That's how tribes started. Go ahead, Joe.
Honorable, my majority leader, you know I respect and love you as my brother. Thank you. I hope one day I'll join government and be with you.
And shout out to the Black Americans calling you guys out. They calling you out on TikTok. I love it. How can you look at a motherfucker that look just like you and think he's from a different, think he's not you, and you fight and you're backstabbed? And that's the dysfunction. How can you be that stupid? Look at another motherfucker who look like you and think he's your enemy? Africa, you got to settle this shit. There's a problem. Go ahead, Joe.
To keep some of you sober and sane. This process, because of the training I got when I was a minister in the government of President Kibaki, is a process which is handled quietly, efficiently, and successfully. When you are going for these positions, you must be able to look at the sensitivities and the issues in all these geopolitical issues of Africa. And yet, what have we done? We have localized this whole thing as if it's about Raila, who wanted to be something, and William Ruto, who wants to survive. Indeed, if that is the case, if Raila wanted the job and felt he would lose and come back here so that he joins President William Ruto's government, and therefore Kenya will become stable, my position is very simple. So long as you continue doing things the way you are doing them, the country will not be stable. When we were talking about what are the issues in Sudan, look at what you're having at KICC today. One group is at KICC parading themselves, and you are insensitive to the issues that we are supposed to be the arbiters of two people who are fighting on the African continent. When we are talking about Congo, the reality, my brother Cherargei, is that we have a region which is affected by illegal mineral mining, by countries that are feeling incredibly insecure. You have Western powers who have an interest in managing what is happening in Congo. And the reality is we just laugh at it. So when
because you're weak. So they know that the Western powers, so they know, they're not stupid. They know the Western powers are back in this shit, and they're still in the Congo. They're not dumb. They might want to play stupid. Oh, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what the M23 rebels are.
Exactly. Yeah, they're playing very stupid because it just goes back to even like I was saying about the Savo National Park, right? Because we know, of course, about the national parks and what they have been doing currently.
That's right. That's right. I told you from the beginning. So all these national parks, all these national parks in Kenya. And I knew, oh, that's where the crack is stealing from. Because he said, no, these are national parks. You can't go in them. He's in them, and he's stealing shit out of it. Gold, diamonds, all kind of shit coming out of Kenya. That's why when he said we're going to shut down that base, Boris Johnson got his ass in Kenya immediately. Hey, you better not talk about kicking no British out of here. Niggas, you crazy?
So let me continue.
With our president, the simple fact that they came here put everybody onto suspicion mode.
Just a minute, Senator Onyonka. There is a point of order from Senator Mandago.
Honorable Speaker, I've heard Senator Onyonga say M23 are coming to Nairobi. I don't know whether it's confusing.
I said when they came. I know you don't know. When they came, M23 came to Nairobi, met our president, they launched themselves here. What did you expect President Kagame to do?
His confidence for me spoke it all, because he's very sure of what he's saying.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
He's not making that shit up.
So the M23 rebel were here. None of this. I was trying to look at that on any article. It's not documented.
You ain't gonna find that nowhere, Joby.
It's hidden. This was not gazetted. None of us were informed
No.
as a country. So we should prepare for the worst. I don't know, because already we can see Kenyans being killed because of their own lands and resources. In Isiolo, we can see the national parks are being taken over, and the Kenya National Wild Service literally is protecting all this that is happening. Kenyans questioned, I remember me reading that, and the Kenya Wildlife Services came out and said that no, there's no exploitation, nobody is mining, there's no airstrips in the national park. All this is false allegation. So what are the M23 rebel literally, what are they here to do? That's the question, and what we should be worried about. What is the next move that the US, featuring Kagame, Ruto, Museveni, and the rest of the puppets involved, what is it that they're looking forward to literally now do to Kenya? Because already Congo is in a really bad situation. Kenya, of course, some parts also are very in a bad situation because of resources. So if we really allow it now, funded jihadists,
it's like the resource you told me in the north that they stole way back in 2016, 2014. I was like, what?
Exactly. So it's so crazy. But as we come to the end, let me go find something to eat. At least I've extended the show today. Been here for 1 hour, 45 minutes. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I also see Jabba says, let me read this. That's like me saying the Philadelphia Negro is a different phenotype than Pittsburgh Negro.
Exactly, but that's what they do. That's how great. Even though we got different cultures, like from LA to Chicago to New York, we're different black people because we're different. But we know we're still the same black people, because LA culture is different than what? Chicago culture. Chicago culture is different than New York culture. New York niggas are different than niggas down in Atlanta. Atlanta niggas are different than niggas down in New Orleans. But we still know we're the same niggas. They got different cultures, but the African will look at themselves, the culture's different, so they're not me. You're like, what? Are you retarded, nigga? You don't know the motherfuckers in South Africa, are you? But hey, dummy, they literally came from Kenya. Eswatini? They literally came from Kenya. Literally. Those are you. Oh, are they? You can't tell? Oh, no, those are now Swaziland people. God damn. All right, whatever. Fuck, whatever. God damn.
So yes, as we come to the end, thank you so much to everyone who's been with us right here on today's show. I hope you guys have enjoyed. You've learned something with all those conversations we've had from the beginning to the end. For those who shall be catching this on a replay, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, hope you guys leave your comments.
You said Jimmy Jabba's from the tribe of Popeyes. I'm from the tribe of Kentucky Fried Joey's from the tribe of KFC. Doesn't mean, but doesn't mean we're not brothers. You guys know Tuesday I was laughing. I was someplace Joey laughed, and I was getting some gas, and I looked and I said, "Oh shit, they got a Popeyes over here."
He was so excited. I wish you guys could hear him. He was so excited. Now there was a Popeyes where he was like, "Are you excited because you've seen Popeyes?" Like,
yeah, right, I'm about to go get this damn Popeyes chicken. I was on Wednesday. I said, "Oh shit, they got a Popeyes right here. Let me go get me some goddamn chicken."
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's how I get with Joey and her KFC shit.
Man, you should see. I think that was two weekends ago. Yeah, 2 weekends ago when I went to get KFC, and then I was having lots of this milkshake they always sell at the KFC too, and I really love it so much. The vanilla one, it's really really nice. So I had like 4 of them during that weekend. I think 4 or 6.
That's when Joey was with her doctor.
Yeah, so I had lots of them.
I was Joey with a doctor who said he wasn't a honky.
I don't do no honkies, no way. You better have different intention than being a honky. Come on. You better have different intentions. But anyway, family, much love.
But guys, when Jimmy said that, I haven't heard the term honky in forever. Honky. What's wrong with you, honky? I never understood when I was a kid. What the fuck is a honky? Why we keep calling crackers honkies?